Tell me if you've heard this one before. You don't understand what communism is. There is no country that has successfully implemented it as intended. And then they proceed to argue for communism, not realizing the contradiction in the definition. And let's go ahead and review the definition and tell me if you can hear the contradiction. Communism is an ideology that seeks a classless, stateless society where private ownership of the means of production is abolished and economic resources are collectively owned and distributed according to need. Did you hear the contradiction? Who is going to enforce the rules outlined in the definition? Who is going to ensure that the private ownership of the means of production is abolished? Who's going to enforce the rules if there's no state to enforce it? You can't even have an administrative state to do that because they then become the state. So the definition itself has a massive contradiction in it. Now for the funny part, and you'll get a kick out of this. I asked ChatGPT to give me some one-liners about communism, and I'm going to read a few of them to you. They're hilarious. Communism is what happens when wishful thinking outruns human nature. If an ideology only works on paper, then paper isn't the problem. I feel like this one should be in a British accent. Believing communism works requires ignoring a remarkable amount of evidence. Software developers will appreciate this one. Communism treats incentives like a software bug instead of a feature of humanity. And this one's very much on the nose. You can't vote human nature out of existence. Well, tell that to the socialists. And this one is for the intellectually lazy. Communism is often the last refuge of people who don't understand economics. And here's a few more good ones. Communism is political astrology for people who think economics is optional. Some people read the manifesto and skip the history books. The evidence against communism is measured in continents, not chapters. This one is probably the most commonly felt, and the reason why we keep coming back to it is that every generation feels that they'll be the first one to get it right. This one is probably my favorite. Communism requires believing that the problem with every failed attempt was reality itself. I am that Intel Guy, and please let me know which one was your favorite. And if you have a friend that's a commie, although I don't know why you would, please tag him in this or share it with him. I'm sure he or she will get a kick out of it.